Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Splork Talk. I believe this is episode 19. But anyway, so what we're gonna be talking about is really just a bunch of random stuff as usual. Except I didn't write anything down, so I'm basically just going along with whatever I think of. Because that's actually what I did back when I first started doing Splork Talk. I basically just started recording, and I knew one subject I wanted to talk about, and I would talk about that, and somehow I would think of something else to talk about. Of course, later on I started writing stuff down, but today we're going to revert back to said older version of Splork Talk. So, I'm back into Borderlands 2. So I just found out that you're supposed to enter True Vault Hunter mode at like level 35. Well, I was level 441, so yeah, I'm a bit late for that, but I'm still having a good time considering that I'm very early in the game, just after you do some of those main story missions, and I already got a shield that was somewhat better than my current shield, which was a legendary from normal mode. So yeah. Regarding water tanks, been playing the Waffenträger, or is it Waffenträger? I think it's Waffenträger off Panzer IV. Great tank. I'm about halfway to grinded to get to one of the upgraded guns. Pretty sure I'm gonna go with the I think it's called the AR-61. The other one is like a 15cm type of gun, but if you go with the other one, you get way more penetration. It's just, your games are just going to be more enjoyable because the gun is just, it's a lot safer to use than using a gun like the 15cm, because 15cm does a lot of damage, true, but it has a longer reload, it's not as accurate, and you have a lot less penetration. And also, I want to note that it has 235mm standard AP penetration. Every other tier 9 tank destroyer that gets a gun, that does around 750 average damage, gets, on average 275, pen. Except, the Russians get, 280, because, they get, the BR-10, I believe, but the T-30 gets 270 something, so really, it's just the German Waffenträger off Panzer IV, because the Jagdtiger doesn't get a 15cm. So I find that strange. Maybe it's just to balance it, I guess. I don't see why it would be considered OP, but anyway. Let's see. Yeah, I probably should have wrote some stuff down and talk about it. I'm starting to run out of things to talk about, but I am planning to continue the Evil Quest Let's Play someday. As I stated in the first episode, I've never finished a Let's Play, but I will finish Evil Quest. I vow that, because it's an amazing game. I enjoy it, and I really want to finish it. And I just remembered something else I could talk about. There's a very old, well, it's not that old, but nobody really knows about it. It's a game called Section 8. The original Section 8 was pretty sure it was a disc only. I don't think they had it on the arcade, so it was a Xbox 360 game. It kind of reminded me of Halo, but not really. But it was kind of like PlanetSide 2, but not really. It was a very unique game, definitely for the year that it came out. I mean, you could find videos on said game, but it was a very good game in my opinion. Even though when I got the game, which was a few years ago, um, the servers were already shut down, so you couldn't actually play multiplayer or anything that required, multiplayer. So that a lot of the content was kind of locked away, but that's not really a problem. They came out with a sequel called Section 8, Prejudice, I believe. Now that was a lot more popular. I mean, if you can consider it to be popular, you could say it. Well, it was a lot more well known. There was some big YouTuber, decent size, like 1 million subs, that made a videos like top 10 tips to survive the Section 8 Prejudice. I forget his name, but anyway, I personally liked the first game better, but the second game was definitely good because it was just way more vibrant. The first game, again, if you ever heard of a game called Blacklight Tangle Down, the maps are so just dark. Like everything about the game is just very dark and smoky. It's like you're living in like the 1800s. Oh yeah, 1800s, and you have like all sorts of coal and smoke in the air. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of what it reminded me of. But yeah, good game. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and yeah, I will continue the EvaQuest Let's Play. Just be patient. Someday, yes. Good evening and good night.